everybody, welcome back to Dragonaires Club. Can't believe we're finally back at this point where we can film again. This is incredible. Well, a year ago, just going to take you back a little bit really quickly. I basically had to come off YouTube. There was just way too much going on. You guys know how life is. Sometimes, you know, things just get a little bit too hectic and you've got to pull away from certain areas in order to build other areas up. And that's basically where we were at a year ago. That's now all sorted. We've been working really hard, solidly, for a good year. And happy to say that we're finally going to be back to creating content again, which is going to be incredible. I'm going to introduce you to everybody that's here at the Dragonaires Club, because we do have some new faces that have moved in, and update you on where we are with the jumping spiders, the tarantulas, you know, the geckos. There's a lot of new gecko faces, and we've got big plans with those, mostly for 2026, but I'm going to introduce all that to you in a new video. But I am so stoked, honestly. I am so excited to get that started. My goodness. Anywho, yeah, lots of new creatures. Going to introduce you to all of that. I'm going to break it all down into multiple videos and do more educational videos. But I think for this video, coming back after a year, I think the best way to kind of tackle it and catch you guys up on what's been going on is going to be a room tour. So there's not going to be an educational point to this. It's literally going to be like a meet and greet. This is who this is where they live, that's what I keep them in. Very basic, very simple, and then I'll start to upload informational videos then after that. Yeah, I just want to get back into it all again properly, and I'm so excited to be doing this again. I mean, we've been working hard to get back here, and we're here now, so everything is good, life is good. Well, anyway, that's enough of me rambling. It's great to be back, and without further ado, let's get into today's video. Okay, so here we go with the room tour into the reptile side of the lounge. So first up, we've got the bearded dragons here. This girl, Pandora, she's absolutely stunning. She's going to be going up into her bigger enclosure this year. We've just got it ordered, so waiting for that to come. I've already done the back piece for it, so it's going to be all put together. She'll be in that within the next sort of 1 to 2 months, which is really exciting. Next up we have Xander. He may well go up into this one for a little bit because his enclosure is needing some TLC. So I'm gonna probably redo it completely. This was the very first build I ever did, and as you can see, the foam is like starting to come away, so I don't really like it looking tatty, so he's going to come out. I'm going to completely redo his. He absolutely loves his cave, he lives in it, so I will be building him a new one that's going to be just as cozy, but a lot more, well, just built a lot better. Here we go, so that's his. I have tried to do like a semi-bioactive with this one, which kind of works. These plants are actually doing okay, but again, I'm going to probably make the whole thing bioactive rather than just part of it. The issue is with these vivs, they're just not really deep enough to properly do it, so the substrate, by the time you've put the bottom layers in, there's not really enough substrate, and with the holes for ventilation at the back, it kinda just doesn't really work very well for these vivariums. So I'm gonna have to, I may well do some DIY on that and see if we can make this better. So that's Xander's vivarium. And then we have this crazy girl right here. So this is Thea. She is trashing her enclosure as per usual. She's a heavy egg layer. I've taken her to the vets a few times because I've been concerned that she's been a bit egg bound. It's not actually been her eggs, but it has in fact been hard balls of fecal deposit just stuck in her stomach. So she's moving back and forth with the vets with this one. But we love you. You're worth it. You're worth the vet bills. And as you can see, there's an egg up there. She just drops them everywhere, all throughout the year. Doesn't stop. Apparently it's quite unusual for female dragons to be laying that much, which I thought was quite interesting to learn about. But yeah, she's a heavy layer. Maybe 2 or 3 months of the year she's not laying. Every other month she's dropping eggs everywhere like crazy. But anyway, that is Thea. Crazy girl. And then moving on to my last bearded dragon, we have Rocket up here in his enclosure. Lots of wood for him to climb on. I hate the idea of them being bored, so I do try to give them runs around the lounge when I can, and just kind of cycle them. Some of them love it, some of them can't really be bothered with running around. They'll kind of plod around for a little bit, take interest in the bottom dragons, and then run back into the enclosure, which is quite sweet. But yeah, so that is the bearded dragons. Next up, we have a baby crested gecko in here that we've recently brought back from a show in Europe. And in this enclosure we have 2 mossy froglets, which are growing on really well now. I've had these guys, I think, 2 months maybe? But they're doing really well. Obviously they're blending really, really good, so I don't know if you can see one. You can just see him. Literally, follow my finger up and you can see his bum. But I'm planning to do a whole video with these guys, including setup. So yeah, the next few videos that I upload are obviously going to be a lot more educational. This is just a video of this is where everything is and this is what I keep, with no real information on anything. So yeah, save that for the other videos. But their enclosure is going crazy. Like, I love it. I love the wild mushrooms that just keep appearing. Really, really cool. It's so nice when you see the frogs just sitting on these leaves. It's beautiful. But I'm going to be obviously however long it takes these guys to properly grow up to adult. When they're there, obviously I'm going to be moving them into a much bigger enclosure, and I'm going to be doing a whole huge video on that because personally I find mossy frogs fascinating. So yeah, very excited to do a huge video on that. They've got their one pool up here, and when I turn this on, when the pool starts to go a bit low, I then turn on the dripper right here. That fills up the pool, and then that pool fills up this pool. And it's like a little drippy waterfall almost. Not the most aesthetically pleasing, if I'm honest. I don't really like bits of tubing everywhere, but again, it's just their baby enclosure. So their adult one is gonna look a lot more spectacular. I can't wait to get started on that. But yeah, that's the mossy frogs. And close those guys up. In here we have a tiny baby crested gecko. He is maybe 2 months old. He is a sable lily white. He's doing really well, but I'm going to keep him in here until, you know, he's obviously not a lot bigger, but a fair bit bigger. And yeah, then we'll be moving him either into this enclosure up here, which I'll do out for him, or maybe this one. We'll see. It's going to be one of the two. Either way, we'll be moving up into this one, and then he'll move up into one of the bigger ones, and then yeah, we'll see how we go. But these so this is my crested geckos. Yeah, obviously that one's empty at the moment, but yeah, so we've got girls all along the top and boys at the bottom. I ran out of board, so I've had to use some paper towel to kind of block them because they can agitate each other sometimes. I try to keep them as separate as possible. I'm not into cohabbing personally. I just don't see the need for the added risk, except for breeding purposes, obviously. But we'll come to that in a bit. So I am going to be starting my own project in January. This is another boy that I picked up from the EU. He is the most beautiful boy. Honestly, I'm so excited to get started with this project. It's going to be really cool. Then we have a lily white boy in here. Again, going to do a whole new video on crested geckos because there's a massive update on these guys. So yeah, lily white boy. And I've got a lavender lily white in there. This one's currently empty. I'm just looking after the plants in this one. This boy will probably go into here. And then we've got a cappuccino female, a tri-red soft scale lily white, red phantom lily white, and then in this tank over here I have an orange cappuccino. She's insane. Carrying on with the room tour right here, we've got Sweet Tooth and Moon Pie in these two. Now these tanks are obviously a lot bigger than the others, but these are my two adult females, so I'm hoping to put everybody into big tanks with this one. This is 45 by 60 by 90, both of these are. That's going to be obviously a long-winded future project, but there we go. I had to bin their light, so I'm again waiting on a new light to come as well. So the girls are in semi-bioactive enclosures at the moment. I'm toying with the idea of making them fully bio. Not quite decided yet. But lots of coverage, lots of places to climb and hide. Yeah. Love it. Okay, moving on. And this is, at the moment, my arachnid slash praying mantis jumping spider shelf. I'm gonna be honest, I've not bought a single jumping spider since I stopped filming last year. I still love them obviously, and I'm looking after these ones that I have really well. I've lost 2 to old age, but otherwise still got all of the originals here. Kira's doing really well, bless her. She's doing up here. She's right there at the moment in her web. A lot of the girls have started laying their egg nests as well. I can show you, here we go, egg nest. Obviously I'm not breeding jumping spiders. I've got no intention of breeding jumping spiders or mantis or tarantulas. I just keep them because I think they're absolutely beautiful and I just love them. But yeah. No plans to breed or anything like that. There's praying mantis right here. There we go. And somewhere in here is an orchid mantis. So jumping spiders. The lights have, again, I need to replace their lights. So I've got 4 strips coming for these guys as well. It's just that time of year. This is where I kind of update everything. The bearded dragons, this is when they get all of their new UV lights. I change all of those, and yeah, just to make sure that if I can manage everything at kind of the same time of the year, light wise, it just makes it so much easier. So I've got a new order coming on the lights for these guys, light for these guys, the UV lights for these guys, and I'll just get it all done in one swoop, so I don't have to worry about when different things need updating. It just makes life so much easier. And to be fair, there's more than enough light right now in this room for them anyway. Like, they're not going to suffer because they haven't got a light for a week, you know. So they're all doing really well. And then I've got the tarantula collection down here. There are a lot of newbies, and I have lost some in the last year, again since filming. So I'm going to do another gigantic tarantula video, showing you all of the ones that I've got right now, what they're all looking like, and showing you how well they're growing on and what I keep them in, that kind of thing. And you can kind of see it in this video what they're all being kept in, but there'll be a much closer view in those videos. Sorry about the poor quality, guys. There she is. If anyone's seen the last Taunton invert show that I went to last year and filmed. We got her and we moved her into here, and she's still doing amazingly well. She's insane. She's so pretty. But yeah, I'll show you guys everybody that we've got, and all the newbies. Some absolutely tiny newbies. And yeah, we get a good video going on that, which I can't wait to get started on. And then last but not least, we do have the fishes here as well. My fishies. And over here, again, another giant video incoming. But as you can see, we have a Lucianus gecko. This is Moomin. This is what she's in right now. Big, huge planted terrarium for her. Lots of cork bark and things to hide in, but no. She likes to hear. This is where she sleeps every single night. And she's lovely. She's feisty as anything. But she's beautiful and we love her. Eats like an absolute boss. But yeah. And that's her. And that, guys, is everything that I own. This over here is the rockscape that I've been working on for Pandora's new vivarium. It is pretty much done, but yeah, hear that? Much better. Much better. Nails are not going to be damaging this. I put so many coats on it that, you know, I could probably jump on it at this point and it would be fine. So yeah, very happy with that. But yeah, that's everything that I've got. This is my little slice of heaven. So hope you guys love it, and we'll start cracking on with breaking them all down individually and discussing everything properly. Hi guys, well, just to conclude today's room tour video, I hope you really enjoyed the content and everything that Dragonaires Club at the moment has to offer as well. There's a lot of new faces here, and I'm looking forward to formally introducing you guys to those. It's quite difficult because a lot of what I keep is nocturnal, so I can't film in the day and expect to see a lot of creatures out because they're just all fast asleep really. So in my next few videos that I start uploading, when I properly break everything down for you, I'll have taken a lot of footage of everybody so you can properly see what they look like and plans going forward as well. But yeah, so I'm so excited just to be back. I know I said this previously, but I really am. I'm genuinely so happy to be doing this again and introducing you guys finally to my room, how I keep everyone, and who I have at the moment as well. So yeah, obviously, you know, we've worked really hard over this last year to kind of make a lot of improvements to the room, the layout, upgrading and upsizing a lot of creatures into bigger houses, because that's my overall aim here, you know. I want the creatures that I have here to have the best life possible, so I try and enrich their lives as much as possible, and the happier I see them, the happier I feel. So yeah, a lot of my time and effort, almost all of it, goes into these creatures really. So from this point I'm going to be rolling out more content for Dragonaires Club, so stay tuned for that. At the moment, because we're just coming back, I can't guarantee how regular these videos are going to be, but that's something I'm working on, you know, with my time constraints. I'm obviously very keen to push my footage out there and upload videos for you guys, so I am going to try and make this more of a regular thing, but we'll see how it goes for now, so just bear with for the next few months. But yeah, we're officially back and so happy to be back. Right guys, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye!